Hey, what's up, everybody? Scape 211 here. We are on the test server today, and we are looking at the new mech here, Nomad. All right. This guy is, obviously he's like a legendary killshot. That's why I have him set up next to killshot in my hangar. Overall, he's quite, interesting. We had an idea of what he was going to be like. He has this ability chain dash where he can dash multiple times. However, the idea is that as you can see here, he wants to hit something, damage it, and then can do another dash that could damage something else. Can't damage the same thing twice, and he only has a limited window of a few seconds to use that dash a second time. So it has its limitations, but there is a lot of potential here, right? For hit and run attacks, to hit something, then kill it quickly with burst damage, then get away. A lot of cool potential with that. And, you'll also want to look at his stats overall, right? So if we take a peek at that, his HP is pretty good, all right? It's kind of in the middle with legendaries, I would say, or probably closer to the lower end or the squishier side. There are squishier items than him, like Surge, but he is pretty squishy. That makes sense because he's a fast mech, and you'll see here, too, he has ability cooldown and the chain dash time. The ability cooldown is like his regular cooldown to dash, which is a little bit longer than killshot's. Killshot's is 6 seconds, and we can take a peek at that in a minute. And his chain dash basically is a 3-second window after he hits an enemy with the dash to then have 3 seconds to use. So it's a small window, and you can have implants to make that bigger, but, we'll get the idea of that pretty quickly. His dash distance is pretty good. It's a little bit longer, and you can extend that with implants, and his damage is better too. So if we look at killshot, just by comparison, which would make sense, just about everything is just a little bit better, and that's what you'd expect between an epic and a legendary, right? I do think it's interesting that the energy capacity is the same. I first thought this was going to be a 32 energy mech, but anyway. So yeah, if we look at killshot, his HP is quite a bit different. Speed is the same. His dash is faster, but his dash is only 40 meters, and it does less damage. Not by a ton, but it does less damage, and as you add implants to this kind of stuff, you can see more significant gains to how much you actually get. Obviously, he has a radius to his melee dash, and Nomad does not. You have to hit your target. You do have I don't think it's too hard to hit a target, though. I feel like you have a little bit of wiggle room there for hitting a target. But I'm also on the test server, which has been buggy for me. I don't know why, but you'll see here. I got a couple matches. I did try it, at a more natural star rating and then at a maxed, just so you can get an idea of the two different flavors. And why don't we just show that? So here we go. All right, 313. Let's do this, Nomad. I have a fragment gun build. I will put it up. I'm using the recent frag gun 10, and I tried to keep everything that 4 to 5 star, I guess, range, just because, depending on where this drops on the hub, I'm not sure if it's going to be like 6, 7, or 8, probably one of those 3, but you'll probably see a mixture of epic and legendary stuff, so I tried to keep it in a similar range to that. I do think this is actually where he does well. And you'll see here, boom, we got one kill. So I got a little bit of time to use that dash, and we pulled back just so we're a little safer. So that's more of the hit and run style. You can also get more aggressive and hit multiple targets. See if we can do that here. There we go. Got that guy. Got that guy. So we were able to get a couple right away. If I can get rid of, yeah, they got rid of his shield. Maybe I can get this one. Yes, can do there. Oh, nice, yes. Even got that shadow as a secondary. But this is also in a place where, like, I think the targets are a little bit better and easier. It depends on where, like, you get this guy, depending on what you fight. Man, I ended up hitting that crossbar instead of Orion, and that put me in a bad spot. But we were able to do it okay. Yeah, again, at this kind of place, he's going to feel tanky enough. So we can get that shadow. Nice. Oh, no, he got us with that. All right. That's all right, though. We'll back out. And the fragment gun actually does well here, too. I mean, I leveled this one up by a star. Because in my mind, I'm thinking that's where it could be somewhat close to the Ember gun. Because I don't know where that's going to fall. But I think that one is also going to be a close-up. They said it was like a shotgun. Oh, yes, nice. Get that. kind of want to go in there and get that guy, but I don't know. This is where it's like, this is a situation where with this mech you can play. Oh man, I wanted to get that MD. Okay. Oh no, I thought I could get under that quick enough. Yeah, I already used my dash and my my sprint, so I couldn't really move fast in on that. That's all right. We'll just pick something else to finish this out. Yeah, if you play aggressive with him, you know, you can get a couple kills with him, probably pretty decently, even against players. But like, he's not gonna last. He's just something that is kind of more that assassin style mech. You know, as opposed to playing him a little safer. You can also do that. Like I said, you can do hit and run style. So I think he has versatility for different play styles, which I think is nice. Is that it? No? Okay. Man, that was a weird delay, it seemed, for them to bring out new guys. I don't know. Took them a bit, but I don't know. Like I said, well, yeah, you can even see the stutter there. We've gotten some weird issues with the test server, but, you know, it still gives you an idea of where he is in a more natural star rating. I want to try to also do him maxed out. So we're going to try to do some of that and get some of that up here too. Alrighty, so I got my Nomad maxed out. I'll put the build up. I went with railgun 12s because I actually have a... Oh, that was weird. Again, man, glitchy stuff. Oh gosh. Again, I have a meta style hanger, and I gotta say, man, I've been playing various matches on this, and it is definitely harder. Given the kind of stuff that you see at Endgame, specifically Bastion and Surge, this guy does not do so great against... Oh, come on. All right, we'll go in and get him. Whoa! Oh my gosh! Oh, that was so bad. Such delay. All right, at least we got him, and there we could use our dash to back out, just to play a little safer. So, oh my gosh. Come on now. There we go, got that. All right, there we go. Oh my gosh, he's still alive. Okay. Yeah, it's the targets are trickier on this. There are some that are decent, like that one is a decent one, although we didn't kill him in one setup shot. But I can't use my dash, or I mean I could, but yo, that was a delayed death. Okay. Again, the server has been, I don't know if it's just because it's the test server, but it is slower, and I've had little buggy episodes with it. But you know, we'll get by. The kind of stuff you fight end game is more difficult for him. You'll find there are some targets that are decent, but you generally, I think it's better to engage stuff further away, take them down, and then move in for a dash at the right time, where you can kill them and either get away or move on to a new target. The railgun felt like one that had a way to give me a lot of variable range. Oh, okay. You know, so that I could deal with stuff up close or far away, depending on the need. So, oh my gosh, how did I miss that? I do think that, you know, the idea of the range that you have on this makes sense with this guy, just because there may be times you tango close or far away. And, you know, I would say Eclipse is better with the EMs. Surge is probably better with the discs. So it made sense to me to put the railguns on him. I don't know. I'm not sure what's the best build on him, but that's the angle I went with for this. I feel like it works well. We're going to go in slow, because I was going to say I thought there was another Surge over there. Okay, I didn't know if the first shot was going to kill him, so I had to do another one. So like that, I didn't want to be too close to him. But there, we can go in, we can finish him off, and then I can pull back because I'm low on health. So I do think that there's ways to use this dash for sure, but it definitely seems less prominent as you get an end game, just based on the type of targets you have. But still very strong. I still think he's a very useful mech, but I wouldn't say he's like, you know, maybe as good as some other mechs. But still, I think he's got a lot of potential, and you know, even after playing for a little bit, I think after you master him to find those right windows, he can be very strong. And there we have it, guys. That is Nomad. Overall, I would have to say I think this guy is really good. I do think he is a contender for a spot in your endgame hangers. If you saw my hanger on the last one, I used a pretty much endgame hanger, right? You got your Panther, Eclipse, Surge, this guy, and then Bastion, right? Does this guy have to be your 5th slot? No, but he certainly is a good contender, right? What would you put in the 5th slot? Maybe a Redeemer? Can this guy be better than Redeemer? Yes, possibly. He might not be the best, you know, depending on the playstyle someone has, but I do think that he is viable. When you compare him to some of the other mechs that we've gotten recently, like Scorpius, I do think that he has better potential. I don't love that we have another dash mech, like I've said before. I do think that it wasn't entirely necessary, but I do think that, you know, the speed that he has and the potential is really good. So I think he's very viable for endgame for people. He's just not entirely like a have to get. He's not like an Eclipse or Surge. I feel like those are like top tier. This guy is maybe like A tier or like lower S tier. That's probably where I'd put him if I were making a tier list, even though I'm not. But you guys can let me know what you think about him. Yeah, we'll see you out there on the battlefield.